Good morning and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're finally getting some grain dried. Right now we're on the barley. We started barley around a week ago now, something like that. The dryer we're using is a 12-ton master dryer. And don't get me wrong, it takes a while to dry. It takes around probably altogether 2 hours from tipping the grain into the hopper to tipping it out the spout into the trailer. It's probably around 2 hours altogether. So it takes a bit of time to dry, but we're drying it down to around, I think it's around 15%. And it's taking around 2 hours, so time's fine to be fair, because there's always plenty to do whilst you're waiting for the dryer, like moving grain around the shed. We've nearly finished the barley, and hopefully after we finish the barley we're going to go on to the wheat. Because the wheat's in one of the cattle sheds, and we're able to dry all of that, stick it in the grain shed so we can pile it up pretty high when it's drier to empty that cattle shed. We want some calves from farm 1 to come up to farm 2 to make a bit more space down in farm 1 because it's getting a bit cramped down there. So I'll just give you a bit of a walk around. So you've got the hopper here. I don't know how many scoops that is, but it's a good few. Don't get me wrong, it's not the biggest dryer you can get. I think there's some that you can get like 50-ton dryers. They'll take some serious stuff. Yeah, so what do? Come with the bucket, tip it here, and you can see this pipe right here, all the way into the bottom of the dryer. And then in the middle of the dryer, that's where the burner is, and there's a auger going in the middle of that, which takes it all the way up to the top. And you can see the grain coming up the top there. So the auger takes it all the way up to the top, and then it drops down into, well, all the way into the dryer. Then there's a lever here, so when you're filling up you have to put that up to the top here, which engages the auger in the hopper, and then when it does that, it just fills up the dryer. But when you put it down to where it is now, it then starts circulating the grain, so it basically goes round in a cycle. So it comes at the top, the dryer, and then it just keeps going round until it gets to the bottom, and it goes up that auger I was talking about, that auger in the middle of the dryer. That's going through the burner, which is, I'll have to ask my dad how hot it is. I think it's around, the max is around like 45 degrees or something like that. So when it goes up that middle auger, it's getting heated whilst it goes up there. So as you can see there, we've got this red line here, and that's where we've set the temperature at. So we've put its max at 45 degrees. So once that black line there passes the red line, it then turns the burner off, and once the burner's off, that black line there starts going down. And once it's gone below 30 degrees by there, once that black line's gone below 30 degrees, we drop it out into the trailer, because we think that's around the right temperature to drop it out. But you can, if you want, to put it up to like 80 degrees there, but we've chosen to put it up to 45 degrees because we find it trips off pretty well then. Around a quarter to half full now, so it's ready to ignite the burner. So it's in this box, press the screen button, that's it, and it's done. It's easy as that. And that's on 20 degrees, so hopefully once it gets to that red line, the burner should turn off and then it should start cooling then. I think my dad's fit it up well. It should be up to the top there by the time it's full, so that's around 12 ton then.
I tried to let go of all of the nonsense. The let you, boy, that you pull me through. I give it up to you, I do it all for you. Maybe this feeling's overdue. You're uninvited, you wanna hold me close, but I know what you have to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why are you hiding? Tell me, what must I do? Come to you, come to you. You're mine, mine, mine. It's right, right, right. It's right, 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 right now. Why are you hiding? Tell me, what must I do? Come to you, come to you. You're mine, mine, mine. It's right, right, right. It's right, 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 right now. Why are you hiding? Tell me, what must I do? Come to you, come to you.
So that's another load filled up on the dryer, and I've just come into the shed now just to show you what it's looking like. So all of this pile here, everything around this corner, this has been dried. This is all winter barley and spring barley together. That's all been dried down to 14.5 to 15%, around that figure. And this will be going to feed livestock. So we'll be selling it to our local feed sellers, which are CCF. So this will hopefully all be going to them. And to store it safely and also to sell to them, it has to be around 14.5 to 15%. So this should be ideal, and we'll just keep an eye on it just to make sure it shouldn't heat, but it shouldn't heat. I don't see any reason why it should. But we're going to move the combine out the shed now. We're just going to take it over to the yard and clean it down a bit whilst we have a bit of time, just to give us a bit more space in here then. And well, she comes in every night because we don't want to stick her outside, because in case we have a quick shower or something, that's the last thing we want. And then over in this corner, we've got our oats, which are desperate to be dried. But we want to, as I said before, we want to dry all of the wheat first so we can have a shed free, because that wheat's taking up a whole shed. And as I said before, that shed usually has livestock in over the winter. So we want to get that all dried and pile it up in that corner over there, ready for the livestock, because it won't be long before the livestock up here will be coming off the fields into the shed. So we want to get that done as soon as possible. We won't be doing any drying tomorrow because we're forecast a washout, a complete washout. So that's Thursday written off. So hopefully on the weekend we'll get some sort of drying done, but we'll have to look at the weather before thinking anything about that. But this is all the barley we've got left. We don't think we'll put another load of barley into the dryer. We think we'll just won't put it on top of the barley that's been dried. We'll just put it next to it, so our miller mix man can come and roll this. He can roll it, and then we can just use it for the livestock feed. So it gives us a bit more of a chance to dry the wheat instead of sticking another load of barley in, which will take another 2 hours or something. So we thought we'd just push this up next to the barley which has been dried, so we can just get a good start on the wheat hopefully today. Need to try and get across here without filling my wellies up with barley. That's gone down the drain. I'm full boot of what? Barley now. Well, I made it into the combine, but I did have the isolator's off. I made it into the combine, but I did have a full welly full of barley, which was not ideal. But I need to turn this isolator on now. Right, let's start her up. That's a good sign. She started. Lovely. Right, let's get her out of the shed, and hopefully we might start washing her down. Well, if we don't start washing her down, we'll start cleaning her down, blowing her down with the blower.
I give it up to you. I do it
I'm just filling the dryer up with the last load of the day. We've just, after this one, we would have done 2 wheats and 2-3 barleys. I can't remember now, but around 2 or 3 barleys as well. So we've done around 5 loads, not bad going. But yeah, it's gone well, we haven't had any problems. That's the dryer filled for the night, and we got 1 load in there. There's a lot of stuff in it. I can see it from the top. Surprised it hasn't overflowed, but so the last job for today up in farm 2 is to fill the trailer up with blend. They dropped 6 ton of blend today, so just fill the trailer up with that. We'll head home. I'm gonna drop the I'll put the camera down before I start spilling it everywhere or something. We've just got back up here now just to unload the wheat out of the dryer, and it was just right, it just got below 30 degrees. It's ideal, it was around 28, 29, so perfect timing. But anyway, as you can see, well, let me check what time it is. It's 8:30 now, so not too bad. Hopefully we'll be home by 9:30. We're getting everything finished. Everything at farm 1's finished, and I'll have plenty of silage, so they'll be fine till the morning. I'm going to end the video there. I hope you all enjoyed this video, something different again. If you did, smash that like button, and if you're not already, subscribe to the channel and click that bell next door to the subscribe button so you know when I upload a video. And feel free to comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.